Hi, I'm Jeff Murrah, and I want to welcome you to Healthy Marriage Tips. I'm glad that you're here today uh, on Friday, November the 6th. Today I'm going to be talking about shut up. Um, Now, most of you have heard this term, probably have negative associations with it, which you should, because this is one of those words and phrases that is not only a sign of disrespect, it interrupts communication. It also comes across as a put down. So, I mean, it's one of those things that on the surface, you're not cussing somebody out and doing a bunch of name calling and stuff, but you might as well be in terms of the effect. And you may be one of those people, well, I never tell my wife or my husband to shut up. Well, you may be doing it and not realizing it. And that's what I'm going to go over today. Some of the nonverbal ways that we send the message to our spouses to shut up. Of course, one is when you tell them to shut up. Because typically when you tell somebody to shut up, unless you're playing, because, that's an exception, because I know sometimes people will cut up and play with each other. Excuse me. I get into that wordplay. And this doesn't apply to that. Because typically, when you tell someone to shut up, it comes across as more of a command. It's almost like you're wanting to take charge. Now, one of the nonverbal ways that you send this message is by interrupting your spouse. Because when you interrupt them all the time, it's sending the message. What I have to say is more important than what you have to say. I'm more important. And this disrupts communication because rather than being between two equals, at that point, somebody is putting themselves way ahead of the other person. They're saying, this is a more important point. This is a more valid point. Now, another way that we tell them to shut up is with our use of put downs. And put downs can either be verbal or nonverbal, because a lot of times there's things, like rolling your eyes or making mocking signs, things such as that. Or, I've even seen some spouses that, make gestures behind their husband or wife's back that, don't listen to him, don't listen to her, she's crazy, she's nuts. And essentially when you do that, it negates what they're saying. It sends a message they're not worth listening to. Now, I don't know if that's what you're intending, but that's what comes across. And if you wonder, gee, this Jeff guy has, I've never heard that before. Well, go and ask your spouse how it comes across to them and find out firsthand. Now, another way is to answer or to speak for them. Whenever you're having an interaction with other people, if one spouse speaks for the other one all the time, it literally says that, I'm the spokesperson. What you have to say doesn't matter. You have no value. Now, in generations before, one person operated as a family spokesman. I think with the way that families have changed, these days it's important for each person to have a voice. And when you answer or speak for them, it undermines some of the structure of your family. Now, another one is changing topics prematurely. If you're always changing topics, shifting things before it gets finished, before it gets addressed, before both of you agree on it, that shows, that's another way of saying, shut up, I don't want to hear what you have to say. And this is one of those words, if we hearken back to lessons we learned in kindergarten, you don't call somebody stupid. And you don't tell them to shut up. Both of those were seen in the same category as the cuss words. Even though, technically they're not cuss words, they come across and hurt like that. It's almost like a slap upside your face when that happens. And somebody tells you that. So if you're one of those people that tends to say shut up a lot and tell your spouse that, you may want to rethink how you're communicating. And take notice of some of these nonverbals that I mentioned today, and try to reduce them, if not eliminate them. And I think you'll be surprised at how that can help your communication. So until next time, this is Jeff Murrah wishing you a good weekend. And until next week, we'll see you later. Best regards. If you have any questions, concerns, or topics you want me to deal with, put them down below. I'll be glad to get to them. Till then, goodbye.